Welcome to the Everything Show, 214. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212. I'm with Mongoo. What's up, Mongoo?
Get out!
Get out! Get out! Get out! I can't make any videos without people. I get angry. I'm doing comedy. Not a tumor. Why can't I make videos with my voice? All right, so yeah, I made a funny video with Yarnell voice because you know what? Sometimes you got to be a little funny and giddy, you know. But I guess people weren't fans. Oh well, you know what are you gonna do? So how you doing?
Gotta have humor.
Gotta have some type of sense of humor, you know. Sometimes you need to break the ice, you know, get people out of, you know, 'cause there's too much, like, you know, negativity going on, tension. People, like, just, like, you know, like, shaking. And, like, you know, just calm it down, make a fool out of yourself, make people laugh so they can, you know, they call you a jerk as it is, meaning me, so they can do it even more now. So it's like, you know, it's like, whatever. That's cool.
It doesn't matter. Go get into that Christmas spirit.
Yeah. So it's just craziness. Yeah. I mean, so this week, getting back to the news. Let's talk about the news with the different shows. We have. Let me get into my little articles there. We got Penelope Cruz is joining Zoolander 2, which, yes, there's going to be a Zoolander 2. Did you see Zoolander?
Yep.
Okay. So we got another sequel going on, Zoolander 2. Let's see. Ben Stiller is set to reprise his role as male model Derek Zoolander and will direct from a script by Justin Theroux. Owen Wilson and Will Ferrell are expected to reprise their roles as Derek's rival Hansel and villainous Mutago, I think his name. How do you say his last name? I don't know. I get it all wrong. So they're gonna.
I don't have a clue.
Yeah. They're gonna do a Zoolander 2, which is awesome.
Especially with the graphics now and everything you can do now, that'd be something else, wouldn't it?
It would. I would love to see a Tropic Thunder 2 because that was pretty cool.
Do you think it'll be in 3D?
Possibly. Why not?
Yeah, because they always do 2D, so you probably think, Zoolander 2 might as well go 3D on it.
Yeah, I would love to see that. Now, we also got word that Mr. Matt Smith has got another movie he's going to be in called Patient Zero at Screen Gem.
Yeah.
Let's see. The film is set in the aftermath of a deadly pandemic where an enhanced strain of rabies turns humans into violent zombie-like creatures. The action follows a man who is not only surprisingly immune to the disease, but has the ability to communicate with the dangerous species. He leads a quest to find the original victim of the virus in hopes of finding a cure to save his infected wife. Okay, so this is a different take on it. We often talked about Walking Dead, and I said, well, what if there was someone immune to the virus? Well, this movie with zombies, he's immune to the virus, and he can actually communicate with the zombies. So that's a different take. And he's also doing another zombie movie, Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. So he's doing 2 zombie movies.
So maybe it sounds like he's a fan of the zombie kind of.
I know he is a fan of Walking Dead, absolutely, Matt Smith. So that would be great if you could do that show too.
Do you ever find it strange though when you see an actor, from Doctor Who, especially when they've been in it for ages? Do you find it weird ever watching them in different things?
With the thing with Fright Night, it was like the doctor that curses. He was like David said. It was like the doctor that says "F you." I mean, like it was basically seemed like the doctor to me, like joking, like the way he talked. I don't know. It was kind of weird seeing that. But I guess I would have to get used to it.
Yeah, I guess it's like Capaldi swearing all the time.
Peter Capaldi was always in tons of movies and stuff. So seeing him in a movie again, Paddington, you know, I won't be like, oh my god, that's because he's been in movies before.
Oh, who's in Paddington?
Peter Capaldi.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, because I walked past a poster the other day and I was like,
man.
oh, my childhood hero.
That's
and then
right.
I didn't know Peter Capaldi's in it, man. Jesus.
That's right, man. He's in everything, man. He's gonna be in more movies too, I'm sure.
So he's gonna be like John Hurt or something.
I love
He'll be
John
in
Hurt.
everything.
He's awesome, John Hurt.
And then he'll return. He'll return one day as an older guy or something. Do you ever think
showrunner of Doctor Who, maybe he'll be the showrunner one day?
Do you ever think we'll see John Hurt meet Capaldi?
I don't think they're gonna do anything else with John Hurt's War Doctor. I think it's done. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's done. Because they can't. He went in his organs regenerated, so.
Yeah, I actually had something to touch on quickly because I know it's the Everything show.
Yeah.
It was really interesting what you said in one of your videos the other day about River's song and the sonic screwdriver.
Yeah.
You know, even though you said in the end of the video that it had a red button.
Yeah.
But it didn't have the dampers that River Song talks about.
Right.
So that could be Capaldi's one. Because she said, "Oh, what red setting?" And then she said, "Oh, the dampers. Turn on the dampers." And that sonic screwdriver didn't have that. So
maybe the new sonic screwdriver was invented because of Missy being really, he would have to invent a tougher screwdriver to deal with the Master. So that's an interesting take on it. We also got Prometheus 2 coming out. And there's going to be a created new alien, a brand new alien race. Not like Aliens and Predator, totally different.
A proper alien film, like proper.
Actually, no, not the aliens as an alien in the Alien movie. A new race of extraterrestrials in Prometheus. That's going to be. They said they're making it now, and it's going to be completely different than the one in Alien. So they're going off in another direction. It's not supposed to be.
Yeah, because I had to play catch up with all the Alien films, and then I watched them all, and then I heard when everyone saw the Prometheus trailer, everyone was going nuts because everyone said the space buggy is in the trailer, right?
The space jockey, yeah.
Yeah, and then everyone thought maybe at the end of Prometheus you'll just see the alien standing there or something like that.
Right.
But then they just kind of went a different direction, really, didn't they? It was more about.
Yeah, it was always meant to be in a different direction, I guess. But I like Prometheus, even though I didn't understand it too well. But I liked it, and I can't wait for them to do a trilogy on that.
Yeah, I think it keeps, even though it's not alien related, it kind of keeps the Alien trilogy going.
It's like a spin-off, yeah. I mean, they're going to do an Alien again, a sequel eventually when they're ready. I'm sure in 2018 or something.
What happened? I mean, look at Star Wars. They brought Star Wars back again, so
exactly.
Never say never. Never say never.
Never say never, man. Which, talking about never saying never, Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod. At one point in time, the reboot of Highlander was supposed to be Ryan Reynolds, but now it looks like Tom Cruise is being. It's being reported that they're trying to get Tom Cruise to be in the reboot of Highlander. I don't know about that one, but I wouldn't envision Tom Cruise in that. But then again, Tom Cruise is in a lot of remake big things like Mission Impossible and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll have to wait and see on that one.
I'd rather see Ben Affleck be replaced by Tom Cruise as Batman. I don't know, and switch him over. Let him do Zoolander instead. I don't know about Ben Affleck being Batman. What do you think of that?
You know what? I was wrong about Michael Keaton, and he was fantastic. So I'm gonna reserve judgment on that. We'll see. I mean, I wasn't crazy about it.
But do you think they, be honest, like? Because do you think they really can top what Christopher Nolan done?
I don't think so, but I think that Ben Affleck has been in a lot of movies that he's been really awesome in since Daredevil, and I think that he has changed and evolved as an actor, and I think that he may be great. I don't know if he'll be great, but we're gonna have to wait and see on that one.
Do you think? Do you think they'll drop the, the voice that Batman does in the
No,
old?
I think they're gonna keep it like that. Where
Yeah.
are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're gonna,
Why so serious?
yeah. They're gonna keep the voice.
Yeah.
I mean, that's Batman has to have a different voice because he can't sound like Bruce Wayne. It makes sense.
Yeah. That's
You
what
know?
I was thinking. Are they gonna because in the end of the film, is Bruce Wayne gonna come back, or is it gonna be like a new character as Batman, or are they keeping Bruce Wayne?
This is a new universe. It's not related to the Christopher Nolan universe, so it's
Okay.
yeah. So and it's a whole new Batman universe too. So
So they can just pretend like none of that
whole
ever
new
happened.
Batman universe, whole new. Yeah, it's connected with the Superman universe, of course. But I don't know how that's gonna work out. Yeah. We also have a new Scream mask that they're making.
Yeah, I saw that in your last video.
They can't use the original Scream mask. That sucks. If I was like MTV, I'd be like, oh, I can't use Ghostface, then why have Scream at all?
Yeah.
I would just scratch the whole thing and say I want my money back.
Stupid. Yeah. I think the worst thing you could do.
Product. You pay for Scream, you should get Ghostface mask. If you don't get Ghostface, I mean, yeah, maybe the mask is cool, but I'm not really. I don't understand why companies do this. If you're gonna, it's like false advertising. If you're gonna promote Scream and do a TV series on it, it has to be Ghostface. You can't like it's like when they had the Friday the 13th TV series. It had nothing to do with Jason Voorhees. It had to do with artifacts and demonic possessed items. It was like that was not Friday the 13th, and it's like, why are you having that? So.
Yeah, I know what you mean. They're kind of
like Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. I mean, that wasn't Michael Myers, so it's like...
Yeah, that's really weird that you say that.
I don't understand why they do that. Why do you do that? So, MTV, shame on you.
You're the man to answer this question for me, because I don't have any idea. There was one year, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I watched every single Halloween from start to finish. And then you had the Season of the Witch. What was that about? Please tell me.
I think was that they what was it, John Carpenter? He did 1 and 2. I think that they wanted to continue the franchise, but then he didn't want to do Michael Myers, and they decided, all right, we don't want to fight and everything. Let's just do our own thing. And they probably figured that would spin off in its own. Because it's Halloween, they figure they call it Halloween, meaning this holiday, not necessarily, to be linked with Michael Myers. They tried to change it up, and I really felt that of course that failed. Just like Friday the 13th Part 5, they experimented with the fact of, hey, a different killer other than Jason or his mother, some copycat killer, which totally failed. Because as a Friday the 13th fan, I was pissed. Because now when you go watching the series, to me, you could just skip over 5 because 5 doesn't exist because it's not connected with Jason.
It's like
and it's like a paradox because at the end, Tommy Jarvis becomes evil to go to kill the girl that was trying to help him, and it's like, what? So I just think. I want movies to be connected, and that is just, I don't want to do stuff like that.
Do you think with Halloween, do you know what I thought was a bit mad? What was it, Halloween H2O, and then the one, Halloween Resurrection?
I don't like H2O because I don't like it that they erase the history of 4, 5, and 6. Like, I'm for one that, just because you don't like the story, you shouldn't forget what came before. I like in the comic books too. I don't like when they do that. So to say that she never had a kid, and that the kid didn't grow up in 4, 5, and 6, and they changed the whole timeline by making it that.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that because I actually thought
I wasn't crazy about
the
that.
boy was her son, and then
Well, it was her son, but she had a daughter. That was the whole point, that she faked her death. But she had a daughter, and she left her behind. Now they're saying she never had a daughter, and all that never happened. It's like, I'm not, and I don't like anybody else playing Loomis besides.
And what did you make of killing her off at the beginning of a film?
I'm not a fan of people thinking they can have to pass the torch. That saying that was created in the 80s, 90s, whatever, where like Kirk had to die in order for Next Generation to have movies. Star Trek, that was bogus, and
Yeah.
you know, just like Ghostbusters, they're gonna make. I don't believe in passing the torch nonsense.
It was a
So
bit weird though. After all
I
them
wasn't
years.
crazy to start a whole new trend of Halloween, and you don't have to. Just don't put her in the movie at all, then, Jamie Lee Curtis. Why do you got to do
Yeah.
that?
Don't why kill her off? Why kill her off?
And also,
After
everything she's been through, she's in a nut house. That's not a happy. I mean, yeah, I know it's horrible when people dying, but you don't want to think that after all she went through, she winds up in a nut house.
yeah, after all that, she just
I
goes
want
there
to
and then
see
she
her at
goes.
least having some semblance of a life, not. You know, I'm like not happy with that. So.
Yeah, and just
You know, it's like
finally
she
on
didn't go
that
crazy
subject,
before when she dealt with it. So
yeah,
why would she go crazy now? Yeah.
why now? Well, just to touch on it quickly, what did you think of the Rob Zombie versions?
I liked the first one, but I really
Yeah,
hated Loomis. Like I just
you
the
weren't.
whole celebrity making money off of patients, and I that's not the Loomis I know, and I wasn't really crazy about that at all. And then two, I don't know what the hell that was. If there was just a was that a nightmare?
It was
Did that
weird.
exist? Or it was just it was
It was a
a
bit
wild.
weird.
It was like there
Yeah,
were drugs and wild trip. I don't know what the hell that was, but and then of course you got Chucky as the sheriff. You know, that's funny. The guy that plays Chucky, the voice for Chucky, is the sheriff of. That's pretty funny. But I,
that sheriff.
yeah, I don't like to. No, not a fan. But they're making a 3, so I don't know.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Who's doing that?
sequel to 2, sequel to Rob Zombie
Oh,
stuff. So I don't know what they're doing with that.
really? Another Rob Zombie? I thought they wouldn't let him touch it
Uh,
again.
no, he's not doing it. He's not doing it, but it's a sequel to what he wrote. So I guess
Oh, okay.
somehow, some way, it's gonna have Daniel Harris. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess you could get stabbed 50,000 times and be alright for the next 2. You know, it's like all right. I don't know. I thought she died. Didn't she die? I don't know, but whatever. It's just
Yeah,
I know
I think something weird
she
happened.
was stabbed and she was like, you know, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. We'll probably
Uh,
have to just pretend it never happened in the third one now.
I mean, you know, I keep Daniel Harris in like 20 movies because I love her. She's a great actress. But yeah, then we got another Chucky coming out, or 2 actually. I think 2 Chuckies coming out. We
Did
also
you like
have
the Chuckies?
yes, yes. I think I could. I loved it actually. What else? Oh yeah, we have a Predators movie that they're working on. Another Predators. I think the
Wow.
fourth Predator movie. Yes, 4th Predator movie. Yes, they're working on that.
And is Arnold coming back or no?
You know what? He's coming back for everything. So why wouldn't they? Actually, you know what? That's a good idea. They should put Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Predator movie.
They
Absolutely.
should, because it's him. He started it. He should finish it.
Yeah.
No? At
I
least
think they
like
should. I
even
think
a
they should
cameo.
really cross over Predators with Aliens again. But I think that they should have Arnold Schwarzenegger's character from Predator be the first one that was cryogenically frozen as a test, and he wakes up during Ripley's time and battles the aliens. That
Or
would
like
be
Ripley
pretty cool.
was when she was
No, I think they
recreated.
should do like a crossover, but have the Predators and Aliens in it with Sigourney Weaver, and I would just make it that Alien 3 never happens, and 4, and that she just wakes up. You know, I don't care about the Dallas thing. I mean, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Do that. That's the only way to fix Alien is to make it like 3 and 4 never happen. So just, you know, do that. Certain things, look, I understand people don't like. Remember Dallas? How they had like the whole year was a dream. They feel they had to do it because it was a cop out because they ruined stuff. I'm okay with that with Alien because it got so screwed up with 3, which was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life, and 4, which I liked okay, but I think the only way to fix it is to have her wake up in cryogenically frozen, but of course she's aged a little bit, and Newt's older, and you know have everybody in it. I think that's the only way it could work, because I don't think it would work any other way.
A crossover with Freddy. Remember them? Freddy Krueger.
I think that I am all for, like I said it before, I'm all for Freddy Krueger being Robert Englund for one more go. One more time.
I didn't. Were you a fan of the new Freddy Krueger that they released? The one was it a year or two ago?
It was. I almost walked out Me and my friend Jennifer went to see it. I almost walked out. First time in history, I almost walked out. Yeah.
What didn't you like about it? I didn't like that. Wasn't his voice.
I hated the whole thing. I thought that the acting was terrible. I thought that I don't like what they did with Freddy Krueger. I don't like the way he looked. Yeah. You don't. It's a fantasy movie. You don't need to make it look like reality. That's why we go to the movies because it's not real. So if you start having to look like the way a burn victim is supposed to really look like, I'm really not crazy about that. I don't care that it has to be exact what he looks like burning. I want to see Freddy Krueger, so I wasn't like, I don't understand why they do these things. Just like I don't understand what they're doing now. Do you know that they're making a Barbie doll that has stretch marks and pimples and like fat Barbie and like, well, I don't understand why why do we have to be a politically correct society and now they have to have a Barbie doll that no one's gonna buy a Barbie doll that had like these girls are not going to buy a Barbie doll that's fat or stretch marks or pimples. I mean, it's the lowest selling thing in history it's going to be, so don't even do it, okay? They buy it because it's fake, okay? So you don't need to be real. I don't understand why they do these things.
They've ruined, from what I've seen, they've ruined a lot of classic films.
Yeah.
They've ruined a lot of things, man. I mean, I remember watching Freddy Krueger's. You know, back in the day, Freddy Krueger films would scare the life out of me. When I saw that new version, I was like, "What's this?"
Yeah. Hey,
yeah.
Gloria.
Gloria, we're talking about movies. We're talking about horror movies. We talked a little bit about Doctor Who, and we talked about Barbie dolls, actually, because this is the Everything Show, and we do that. And we also talked in voices. I was my Arnold Schwarzenegger voice, which isn't that great, but so yeah, this has been an interesting Everything Show. So yeah, did you hear about that, Gloria? About the Barbie dolls? They're gonna be real Barbie dolls, like they're gonna be a little chubby and a little stretch marks and pimples and stuff like that.
I think that would actually be a good idea because it's not. Yeah, because it. I mean, it might be a little weird, but it's different, and I think people will get used to it, and it's actually more realistic because it won't give the kids a bad, like a false, view of what a body should be and everything. They won't have to feel like they have to be perfect because the Barbies were always so perfect.
But you think that will sell? You think that will sell, though?
I think it will. Some kids will be like actually proud actually happy that they have one that looks similar to them. You know, like normal, not this like unrealistic beauty. Because I mean, look at like the American Girl dolls. They sell really good, and they're not like these fabulously looking, beautiful looking things.
Hey, you know what? If that sells. If that sells, then maybe somebody will buy a Matrix Lord 212 doll or figure. I mean, I don't know why anybody would want this.
They're awesome.
If that sells, then this is a blockbuster right here. No, I would never. Please, I don't know. Whatever.
I think we all should have one. All of the Whovillians, all the real Whovillians.
Are we hooligans now? Whovillians, yeah. All us Whovians, yeah.
Yeah.
Matrix Lord 212 would Matrix Lord 2 yeah, Matrix Lord 2 and 2 would overweight action. No, I'm just kidding.
I actually think the good idea with the dolls is that they can make one with cancer and have no hair.
Oh, really?
That way, little girls or boys that have they mainly do just the girls, Barbie. They could do a thing with it too. But yeah, for women and young girls that grew up with Barbie, but they have cancer now, and they can kind of,
See, that's an interesting perspective because from me being a guy and then you being a girl, and you would buy the Barbie dolls. Of course, I wouldn't, but like you're saying that stuff would sell. And I used to work in a toy store, so I mean, I always stocked the Barbies. I packed out the Barbies and the action figures and everything, but I used to see what would sell and what not sell. So I was like marketing and merchandising and stuff like that, and always expanding sections and decreasing sections. But from you as a consumer and collector, of Barbie, you're saying that would sell. That's an interesting point of view.
I grew up with Barbie and everything. I always wondered why their waists were so thin and all that. I was like wondering, why don't they look like us? Why don't they look like real humans? Like their feet, their feet's not flat. They're all, of course they did that so the high heel would fit and not awkward looking. But I mean, I now knowing about what they're thinking of doing and stuff with the more realistic dolls, it's like, wow, that's cool. Because whenever I have kids, I want my kids to be able to look at these dolls and have what I had when I was a kid, but not be so, seeing these dolls or like unremarkable, unearthly human, beauty. I mean, and everything when they're not. It's. I've always thought Barbie. I liked it when I was younger, but I always thought it was weird that they didn't look human completely. And now,
be like anatomically correct or just?
Well, I mean the waist was so thin, and I was like thinking, I remember as a kid thinking, I don't have to look like this, do I?
When I used to play when I was little, I used to play my G.I. Joe dolls, and I used to pull the legs. I saw they was connected by a rubber band, and I'm like, wow. Rubber bands are cool. And then I broke the thing. And then I tried to somehow reattach the legs. But of course they have a factory doing that. But me as a kid, I'm trying to reattach the legs with a new rubber band thinking I'm cool like that. And the legs are like disconnected, like out. And like, my poor Cobra Commander doll. But, yeah.
Yeah. I just don't want my daughters in the future to kind of look at it and say, well, I'm not pretty because I'm not like my doll. But,
I know what you mean. Be open-minded, kind of. Just be.
That's cool. I think. I like that. All right. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that will sell. Okay.
I think they all will sell. I mean, some won't be as popular as just like the regular Barbies, the old Barbies. Not all of them sold. Like it depends on the type of Barbie they had. Like they had different ones, like the airport one.
Well, I know Barbie has been married and divorced 72 times.
Yeah. And
now she has a new boyfriend, I think. But whatever. I guess it's like reality. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what too? Barbie isn't what it used to be either. I mean, it used to be a whole aisle of Barbie. Now they have little sections. There's other things that are popular now, but maybe they'll make a comeback and be huge again.
Yeah.
What else is there to talk about, gang? Let's see. Besides
were you talking about what were you saying about the Star Wars the other day?
Oh, the trailer's coming soon. The Star Wars Force Awakens trailer. Which I just want to say right here, not a fan of the Star Wars Episode 7 title. Not a fan. Why? Because the Force never sleeps. So, all of a sudden, snap a finger, Force Awakens. Well, where'd it go? I don't know. But, no. Just because it's been gone for 30 years. Come on. Come on. It's still going on. What did Yoda say? The Force surrounds us. It's everywhere. It didn't go anywhere. But the Force Awakens. You could have called it like Luke Awakens or something. But I understand why they're calling it the Force Awakens, because Luke comes back and he's more powerful than the Emperor and Darth Vader times 17. And he just looks at you and like a whole planet blows up or something. So, we'll have to see. But, yeah, supposedly the new villain is pretty cool. And Luke Skywalker is worried about becoming evil. So he's like good and evil, I guess. And he just trying to be like.
What did you think of? Do you know who my favorite villain was in the new version of the Star Wars? Was Darth Maul.
Darth Maul.
Yeah.
The guy with like 3 lines. Yeah. At last we'll reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we'll have our revenge. It's like, okay.
Yeah. The guy with but it was a good Halloween mask. That was
man. Listen, it was a nice toy to play with. Different type of lightsaber. Both ways.
Yeah.
I agree. One of these days, I actually going to make an announcement here. One of these days, I'm going to find the lost videos when Phantom Menace came out that I made with a camcorder. And I'm going to somehow upload it to YouTube, and you can see how young I was when... I mean, I wasn't a kid, but I mean, I was a young dad, but I mean, you're going to see, me going to get the Star Wars toys at like all the different food places, and it was wow, it was a long time ago. You're gonna see a big difference. Yeah.
Menace.
Yeah, there's videos. I gotta get the videos together. Somehow get it on a disc. Somehow get it on the computer, and then put it on my YouTube channel as the lost videos. You know, before Matrix Law was Matrix Law there. You know, so pretty cool stuff. So.
Did anybody see that Ouija film?
Yes, I did. I liked it.
Is it good? Is it?
She didn't like it. You didn't see it?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Okay. I'm gonna read lips.
You're not going to see it.
You what?
I didn't see it, and I'm not going to see it.
Okay. Are you a believer of that stuff for real? Do you believe in Ouija boards and stuff like that?
I think that I'm religious, and I think that
yeah, exactly.
You know, I would not have that. My friend has one. My friend has one, but I would not have that anywhere. I would not have that anywhere near my house, and I would be. Yeah. I would tend to believe that it creates negativity. I'm kind of like. If you have an evil artifact in your house, you know, it's going to make you be evil. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I just feel that, you know, if you behave, I feel like if your behavior is different, it's because you have that evil stuff.
Negativity rubs negativity.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be a positive person, but what?
It opens doors that you don't want to open.
Right. I mean, yeah. I mean,
I've heard stories about people that got into that. And it was not good.
Really? What happened?
Yeah.
Different, very possessions, things like that. It was just not good.
I mean, I can't, you know, stay away from that stuff. And
it's just one of them things that you just don't want to tempt anyway, just in case.
Right. Yeah, I don't
running out your door.
I've got the blood of Christ protecting me. I mean, but I would not even mess with it. I wouldn't even want to mess with it.
I do believe, you know, I have strong feelings. Like, you could sense that stuff. If something's like really negative near you, it's like
something's not
right. Present sometimes, I'll be like, you know, oh crap, you know, it's like it's like you could have that sixth sense, you know, and I could sense evil like that a mile away too. So I don't, you know, I don't want to.
No. That's a no.
Wherever the future takes me, it would be some place where it doesn't have any of that stuff, you know. So.
You touch on a lot.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But other than that, what else we got to say? I think that's it pretty much for the Everything Show today. But thank you, Gloria. Thank you, Mongoo.
Go see Mockingjay Part 1.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm about to leave.
I know. All right, and I'm going to be going looking at apartments now. So.
Cool.
Why?
Getting a new place. I've been looking, but yeah, I've got to look for more stuff. I'm getting a new apartment, so.
Well, good luck. I hope you find one that you like.
I'm very confident I'm going to find one soon, very soon. I mean, I've been looking, you know, getting everything together, and every day I've been, you know, looking through the emails, calling, looked at a few places here and there when I can on the weekend. So off today, so I'm going to try to see if
Is it harder in America to find apartments or houses, or is it easier?
It's very expensive because here you have to have a broker fee sometimes, so you have to pay like 3 months rent when you first get the place.
3 months rent up front?
Yeah. Sometimes you can get away with 2.
Over in Ireland it's just a month's rent up front and a deposit, and that's it.
Yeah, I've gotten the newspaper every week. I've been, you know, call, and then you have to have a credit check, which is the kind of thing that's, you know, a pain because my credit ain't that great. But so I'm actually hopeful someplace near I'll find. So I got to go do that now. I have an appointment soon, so I got to walk everywhere and bus it and train it. So all right, guys, that's it. Take care. Bye for now. Thank you, guys.